Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Conversation with NPB, a podcast, but not really. Anyways, welcome to the fourth episode, and today we have two special guests, which are Shukri and Hamza. Thank you so much for both of you for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
Hamza, what club are you in?
I'm currently in BSA and Student Senate for the future and currently.
Sounds
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, same here. I'm from BSA and Student Senate as well.
How long have you both been involved with BSA and Senate?
For me, I think I only started fall of 2019 in both clubs, but before that, I was not really involved in any student organizations or clubs.
Same here for me. I started getting involved with BSA around the same time, so it was like October 2019. Yeah, around there.
For those of you who doesn't know, BSA is stand for Black Student Alliance, and it's a cultural club at Normandale campus. And Student Senate is basically a student organization that focus on student issues on campus. Am I explaining it right?
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
Right. So today's podcast is gonna be all about how each club and organization connected with each other, especially when everything is moving online. So now the main question I'm going to ask both of you is, how do you guys basically stay connected in this time of a pandemic?
Don't all speak at once.
It's okay, it's a conversation after all. Don't be too nervous.
Yeah, the way BSA and Senate stays connected is like we kind of check up on each other because like we're not like doing like most of the events that we were planning to do during spring. Mostly everyone is focusing on passing their classes during this time. But like Student Senate is still having meetings. We were just had our elections. Hamza and I just got elected. I got elected into being treasurer, and Hamza is vice president.
Congratulations to both of you.
Congratulations, both of you.
Thank you.
But yeah, so I'm assuming that like most of us here in program board, we're all also part of different clubs too. We try to immerse ourselves in campus life. So for me, I also joined ASA, which is stand for Asian Student Association, and outdoor clubs. Both club, one is the ASA is basically a cultural club at Normandale, while the outdoor club is promoting outdoor activity. So for ASA, we basically try to stay connected using messaging apps to stay connected with each other, either to check in, to talk to each other, to make sure that there's no problem, or if anyone needs help, we can help each other out. So that's basically how we stay connected. What about, y'all?
I would just say the same way, like for us, like Shukri said, all of us have been friends and been knowing each other throughout the club, and we've been well connected in talking with each other, and even like before this, communicating. So we just know when to ask each other. Like we might ask each other for help on homework or resources, or just want to talk whenever.
Yeah, human connection is a pretty good thing, especially when we're all staying home. What about you, Adam, since you're the president of Martial Art Club?
Well, so our club is now, officially canceled because, in order to do moves and like flips and stuff, we need to get kind of physical. So,
I see.
yeah, or, for me right now, I've been trying to come up with an idea of like trying to do karate moves, or even could be a move for like a day, for my club members. But it's been tough because finals are almost here, so people are getting ready to take their finals, and at the same time they got exams and stuff. So I have to decide quick whether what I should do. And as well, I'm also part of ASA, which is really fun. We promote our Asian cultures and stuff, but as of right now, we've been, just like you said earlier, Sheeta, we've been contacting through GroupMe and we just did our Zoom meeting earlier.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago. Yeah, 2 weeks ago. So yeah.
Yeah, it's all about basically staying connected and especially come up with ideas, either to host an online meeting or to simply plan out what's next year is going to look like. Because right now we don't know whether the fall is going to be, if the school is going to be resumed or if it's, going to stay as it is currently right now. So it's very difficult.
Yeah,
So,
Most
I
certainly.
also think that it's really cool to see how, regardless of not being there physically together as a club, people still reach out to each other, like through grouping, as Adam said, or like different communicating ways. So yeah, I find that pretty admirable.
I would just say like the important one for me would just be like looking up on community things that are going on right now. Even though like we're still being, I guess, still in quarantine, we could still like there's still events, not events, still things you could do that don't that you could do without necessarily needing to be in quarantine.
yeah,
If that
that's
makes
pretty
sense.
true.
Going off what he said, I think it's important to still find kind of events and ways to stay engaged. Obviously, we're not going to be able to have the same kind of events we're used to. Lots of people have a good time close to each other, but there is a lot of cool virtual things going on, and it's kind of weird at first because it's so different. But once you kind of get over that initial awkwardness, there can be some fun stuff, and I've been seeing a lot of really kind of creative and fun things happening. So there's definitely a lot out there, and that's great that you've been trying to stay informed on them.
Thanks.
So what much has Senate with Senate? I mean, has Senate been you both said you just had elections. What was that like? Was that done over Zoom or?
So it was actually pretty interesting. At first we tried it over like doing it quiz style and like uploading videos of the candidates and like a background of them. So like it was hard to get people to vote like sometimes, but like we managed to get a president and vice president elected through the quizzes, and then we moved on to doing Zoom for the other ones, and they were pretty successful, I think. So it was like pretty interesting having an election over Zoom, and like over D2L was like really cool. But like it was kind of hard to like because everyone like is kind of busy with their own personal stuff. But it makes me like really happy the fact that like senators were still like getting involved and participating in the Senate activities.
Yeah,
Sounds
that's
wonderful.
good to hear. I think that's probably the biggest obstacle is still coordinating a time where everyone can be, present on the Zoom, because there's so much other things going on now and everyone's schedule is so out of order. So it is probably one of the biggest challenges, I know, even for our program board meetings is finding times where everyone can be on and where it works for everyone.
Yeah, it's quite difficult to manage time to see, when is everyone available comparing to at the campus where we just see each other, we know what class you have and things like that. So it's definitely a challenges that we should try to overcome in terms of how we're connecting each other and things like that. But yeah, is there anything else that you all would like to add?
I would just say, in terms of Senate, more like to add on to it would just be like still having like some of our committee meetings going on or throwing out resources that we might find individually amongst ourselves.
Cool.
How are you staying connected with your club or organization advisors? Like how often are you all communicating?
We actually, I think, are about to have our own talk with our advisor soon to discuss like how we could like make sure like if the semester comes back in the fall, we can have like BSA running again. How have y'all been doing with this quarantine?
We've been staying, well, for me at least, I try to stay safe, stay at home, stick to the CDC advice on like wearing face masks if you were to go out, wash hand, things like that.
Yeah, seems to me just staying healthy, like communicating with people, because I know like you're not going to see a lot of your friends, so just communicating with people, and honestly just taking a lot of time to like self-reflect and just get myself together.
That's great to hear.
You, Rory, and Adam.
Yeah, just like what you said, Cheetah. Always wear a mask whenever you go out. Just while even walking, like in your neighborhood, just put on a mask. If there's people coming in your way, just make sure you stay 6 feet apart from them. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still working. I'm a manager at a Dairy Queen, and that's still open. So we've been kind of adapting to that in terms of the drive-through. Obviously, we can't have lobby customers, but people can still come in and order for takeout. So we've been implementing like the line around the store and like the 6 feet markers. I'd have to say I've noticed a lot of people wearing masks, so people are following the advice. That's definitely good. Personally, us where I work, the workers, we don't wear masks. We just gloves, and then we wash our hands. We have like a timer, it goes off like every 5 minutes, so a lot of hand washing. But yeah, everywhere it's been having to adapt and change, and we've actually still been pretty busy at Dairy Queen. I worked yesterday, and I mean, $5,000 days. People are still coming and getting their ice cream.
It's really nice outside, and like people have nowhere else to go but get food. Oh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's the sucky thing with that now getting warmer. There's nowhere else to go. So I guess a lot of people are just trying to get out as much as they can, even just going to get food.
Are the lines still long, Rory?
Yeah, I mean, it's basically just drive-through now. Like, not many people even come inside. So yeah, our drive-throughs, like today I work at like 4, and then I'm there all night, and the line will probably be out to the street all night.
Wow.
It stays, but I mean, you don't have to wait long. You get in the line, you're probably out of there within 5-10 minutes.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much, Hamza, for joining us today, and Sugary too, since she's already left. But yeah, thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate that you're taking your time to join us. Anyways,
quick thing.
Yes.
If y'all are, I just want to give a quick shout out for some things. If y'all are interested in doing any community volunteering in terms of handing out food, there are some being done around. If y'all live in Minneapolis, that's if you can get to Minneapolis, there are some being done. There are masks and gloves provided. So if y'all interested, let me know.
All right.
Yeah, just say that.
Thank you for sharing that.
Sounds good. Yeah, thank you for sharing it. Anyways, we're the NPB, and we'll see you in the next episode.